All right, guys, we are back. Happy New Year. This is our first video of the new year. What I wanted to do, since I was training one of my guys in Wing Chun, is go over Bong Sao, Bong Sao, and some of the applications of Bong Sao real fast. So let me borrow you for just a second, Jason. So basically what I wanted to go over, I was watching a particular video and one of the guys was going over some of the applications for Bong Sao, but when you think of Bong Sao in Wing Chun, this is that wing arm technique that you see people do. You see the guys like this, right? And really, I'm not gonna get into how there's different people that do it different ways. But there are several different ways that you can do a Bong Sao. You have that low Bong Sao, you have that straight Bong Sao, what I call more straight, and then you have, those are the two main ones. You also have the turning Bong Sao. This is the one that I like to use most of the time. But it's basically, the Bong Sao means arm, well, it's the Sao part, but the Bong means like wing arm, like a wing, okay? So it's part of the crane part of the system of Wing Chun. So when we're using Bong Sao basic, starting off, if he throws a punch, right, and I want to Bong Sao him, I'm going to go more straight if he throws a straight punch. If he throws a circular punch, I'm not going to do a Bong Sao, I'm going to do more like might do a Bu Sao, and I'm going to push into it because I don't want to, if he was going to throw like a hook punch, and I come here like this, closer to on the inside of his elbow, I have to make sure I'm to the inside of his elbow or further up, somewhere in this area, because if I go further this way, he's actually still gonna connect with that hook punch. So I wanna make sure I'm in that place. But if I'm gonna do a Bong Sao, that wasn't a Bong Sao. If I wanna do a Bong Sao with the same thing, and let's say he throws a hook punch. So I can do, if he throws a hook punch, I can bring this up and turn my body and change the position like that and put my forearm on his actual shoulder or on his body, right? So get my elbow up. But I like to, me personally, if I'm going to bring my elbow up, I like to shift the body. A lot of people will do it like this, and I think this is bad for your shoulder, to stand in front and shift this and bring your wrist lower than your elbow. I think it's better if you turn the body sideways, and this is more natural. Your body's in a more natural position. It's reinforced by the structure of your, the alignment of your skeletal system right here. So when he goes to punch, if he's throwing a hook punch, and I come in, I can come in and press forward with this, and then come back with whatever strike I'm doing. But that's one of the applications you can possibly use for a Bong Sao. If he's going straight in, just like we said, I can go straight in like this with a Bong Sao and maybe change it to a Lap Sao or whatever we're going to change it to. He can also, if he punches with this one, I can come out with a Bong Sao and open this hand and just kind of come like this, or almost like I'm doing, what is it called, a Quan Sao, almost like I'm doing a Quan Sao right here. So these are some of the applications that you can use that Bong Sao with. Now, if you're going to follow up with the Bong Sao, that's pretty simple. So maybe he throws, let's do it with that hand, that's fine. So let's say he throws a hook punch with this one. And let's say I come in like this, right? Okay. Now my follow up from here, I would want to shift. If I'm this close, I would do an elbow probably, because I'm too close to him. There's no reason to try and punch from that position. If he throws it again, what if I do more like a Quan Sao technique here, like that? Now I can follow up, right? And chop this way, go into all these kind of moves if I want to. If I want to jump out of Wing Chun, that's fine. Now if let's say he punches with this hand, and I bong with this hand, right? So I can follow up now this way, so right over. I can also, if he throws a punch here, I can come here and come in too. So if I want to knuckle, it's not really Wing Chun necessarily, but that's a great right to the rib, right on the inside of the rib. Yeah, it's more of an Okinawan technique-ish, but there's a couple other arts that do that. So he comes in again, and I come here now. I can chop here, and if I want to go more of a Filipino idea or a silat idea, it's really more silat, then I can do that. So he punches, I come here, I want to bring him in and then punch, that's great. Then I come here maybe, go, and I can go into maybe some sort of, some form of grappling or maybe an Aiki technique or something, right? So that's just flowing though, right? So you flow with what you get. Also this idea of, let's say I'm coming in, he's gonna block and he's gonna come back with me. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna follow up with a technique that's gonna flow with my energy, whatever energy I'm giving. So whether he does a Bong Sao or not. So when we're doing Bong Sao, that's important to
do the Bong Sao.
Realize, yeah, he can do the Bong Sao, that's fine. So if he Bong Saos, he wants to follow up with whatever energy I'm giving him, right? So I could give him some straightforward power energy like that. So he'll have to first adjust properly. So yeah, which means to turn me. Now whatever I'm getting now, he can follow up very easily, right? Poke to the eye or whatever.
I have to try it.
No, not really. If I'm coming here and he Bong Saos like that, now he can follow up very easily as his hands are already there. And so sucking in the space or filling the space is a lot of times what they'll say, or sometimes what I'll say. But filling the space, if I come in here, he wants to fill this space immediately. There shouldn't be any, yes, he's going right in after that. So we're doing it like 1, 2. In real life, it's like almost simultaneous, right? So if he throws a punch, it's like I'm already hitting, and I'm not. You're not waiting. You're not blocking and hitting like in what is it? Those movies where you hit.
Shaw Brothers movies.
It's not like that. It's like bam, you're going right in. So that's really the idea of Wing Chun is there should be. You either basically hit simultaneous or you hit almost simultaneous, but there's never like that. It's always like, or at the same time. So again, if he throws a hook, maybe I'll go outside of Bong Sao and I'll go back to maybe a Bu Sao, right? So, which is like the fingertip, the straight arm. So maybe he throws a hook with his right arm and I come in with a Bong Sao. I don't want to just do a Bong Sao by itself. This is no good because now he's gonna start to punch with this hand and follow up. What I want to do, if he's doing that, I want to Bu Sao and hit at the same time. That way, much less of a chance. Even if he's punching already, his punch is gonna lose a lot of steam, right? So if he's coming in, boom, and I hit, see? He would have still nicked me, but it would have been nowhere near what he would have done if I would have just went and then he hit. Yeah, that would be easy to knock somebody out. So even if you block this one, right? So if I come here and I block this, his power is still gonna come through, right? Especially if I'm off balance like that. But if he's coming in and I go pow like that, then it doesn't matter. Just coming right in, right? So anyway, that's basically, I wanted to go over that part of Bong Sao. We're gonna do one more piece, which is the grappling part of Bong Sao. Okay, so if we were standing like this, maybe he's grabbing me like this, and I'm here, right? So this is a Bong Sao here. What I'm doing, I'm using that Bong Sao to bring his arm down, and I can actually use it. This is much like if you've ever seen the Wing Chun dummy exercises. It's the same idea where you're sliding in. So he's here, he's grabbing, we're grappling here, right? Or we could even be like here, grappling here. It's the same thing. We're grappling here, and I come here, right, and slide in, right? So if I do that a little slower so you guys can see, we're here, and I'm Bong Saoing, I'm dropping, and then I'm just snaking, which is the snake side of Wing Chun. I'm coming here, right? Now there's a whole thing. What I like about this is you can make it grappling to grappling, so you can change it into Chin Na, which is a Chinese form of jujitsu, standing jujitsu. So if I come here, I could come here, and I can now turn that into a, see, that's an arm bar right there. And then if I want to be really, I can come here and do this kind of fun stuff, all that kind of stuff, right? But, and it's done quickly, right? It's not done slow like that, but just for the sake of the camera, so you can see what we're doing. So we're here, and I come here, right? So that's something that you can do. Now you do it.
Okay, I gotta.
Bong Sao, just go slow. Bong Sao.
So bong.
Yes. It can be either way.
Grabbing.
For me,
So-
grabbing.
Bong.
Yes.
Or let's see. You just grab me. So then I can
Bong.
bong.
And you can continue down that same line if you want. The open line.
I want to go. It's broken.
Yep. If we want to grapple a little bit.
Chin out part. Just a straight
Pop.
breath. Okay.
So any of those kind of you can go to. And again, these all work when you have the skill to be able to work these things in. When you've drilled these moves where they're more natural, then it's easy to do them. However, the right way to do them is to, you have to find yourself in that situation to use it, right? So if you learn enough proper techniques in certain areas, okay, the 4 big areas or the 5 big areas, whichever way you want to say it, like, or you can split it up into this area, like they split up the, I don't know, they split up the gates, right? So they start off with 4 gates. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they go to 6, and they go to 9 gates later on. A lot of Wing Chun, that's kind of how they do it in certain ones. But basically, you have the ability to change from when we're grappling into striking and changing those areas. And you can make it as complex and as simple as you want. But the basic idea is to build the skill on what you're trying to do, certain moves, right? Certain positions. And after you build the skill, then you can do it. Okay, so as I see people all the time online, and they're like, "Oh, that'll never work. That's not that won't work." Blah blah blah. But again, I always say it won't work if you don't know how to do it, for sure, 100%. But if you have the skill to be able to do it, then when you find yourself in that position, it's not just there. It just happens. You don't have to think about it. And that's really what we're talking about when we're doing all these things. Okay, that's it for the video for this week. Again, good to see everybody in the new year, and we'll see you guys on the next video.